It was just another Thursday evening, or so I thought. I had come home from work, the quiet of the apartment wrapping around me like a familiar routine I had come to rely on. My phone buzzed on the counter, a notification that promised nothing yet demanded my attention. I picked it up, expecting something mundane, a reminder, a joke from a friend. Instead, the screen lit up with something that made my stomach tighten, though my face betrayed nothing. A selfie. My wife, smiling, flushed by the neon glow of what looked like a Vegas hotel, the lights reflected in her eyes. Beneath it, the message, "Marry my boss. Don't wait up." For a moment, I just stared. The world didn't chatter. I didn't scream or fling the phone across the room. I set it down slowly, as if the simple act could absorb the weight of her words. My mind raced through 1,000 reactions, anger, disbelief, the urge to confront. But each one faltered, dissolving into quiet understanding. Some things are beyond negotiation. She had made her choice, and that choice reflected her own inability to respect what we shared, not my worth. I made myself a drink, not out of despair, but as a small act of reclaiming the calm she tried to shatter. The apartment remained still. The silence was heavy, yes, but comforting, like a shield around me. Outside, the city hummed, oblivious of betrayal that had landed so softly in my lap. I thought about the life we had shared, the routines, the small gestures once treasured and now apparently dismissed. And in that quiet, I realized something essential. My response would define me far more than her actions ever could. The next morning, I didn't rush to call or demand explanations. There was no point in chasing someone who had already made her choice. Instead, I followed my usual routine, letting small, familiar motions anchor me. Making coffee, checking emails, straightening the living room. Each act deliberate, a quiet testament to the life I would continue to live, regardless of her decisions. The phone remained on the counter, silent, a reminder of the lightning strike message from the night before. I thought again of the Vegas selfie, the smug little grin that said, "Look what I did, and you're too late to stop it." Most people would have let that image burn inside them, replaying it until frustration boiled over. But I felt only calm clarity. This wasn't about her, not really. It was about how I chose to respond. I stayed silent. I maintained my composure. That was strength. That was the real reaction. It left no room for manipulation, no space for guilt to take root. By midday, messages began arriving. Texts from friends who had seen posts, social media comments, inquiries about whether I was okay. I read each one carefully, replying with brief, composed answers. Nothing accusatory, nothing desperate. It felt almost strange to see people quietly rally around me. And yet, I didn't need them to fix anything. I didn't need anyone to validate my feelings. The validation came from within. I had already won in the only way that mattered, by refusing to let her choices alter my sense of self-worth. By evening, the reality had settled into a quiet rhythm. She was gone from the life we had shared, but I was not diminished. I thought back on the countless nights we had spent together, the laughter, the arguments, the compromises. In the wake of her choices, I realized those moments had shaped me, not trapped me. Anger and betrayal existed, yes, but they were just layers atop something far stronger. Clarity. I went for a walk through the city streets. Neon lights blurred past as people moved with their own stories, oblivious of the quiet unraveling of mine. Couples laughed, conversations hurried by, and I understood something vital. Life continues, indifferent to our drama. The key is not chaos or desperation, but moving forward with dignity. Every step I took was a reminder that my peace was mine to claim, regardless of her actions. Later that night, I checked the phone again. Another selfie, another flippant remark, but this time it barely registered. I smiled softly, not for her, but for myself. She had made her choice, and I had made mine, to remain steady, composed, unshaken. My life didn't stop because of her decisions. It simply continued, shaped by resilience rather than betrayal. And in that quiet, as the city slept and the apartment held its sanctuary of stillness, I understood the truth. Sometimes the strongest statement isn't confrontation, a message, or a fight. It is a calm assertion that your life, your dignity, and your worth remain intact, untouched, completely your own.